Oh, there's some people out there that's not homeless, yeah, and they don't cause they're not homeless, they don't know what it's like, yeah. And then some nights when they're out drinking with their friends, showing off, yeah, they throw piss over you, yeah, they attack you, yeah, they burn your clothes, yeah.
They think it's funny.
But it's not funny.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, because I don't have nothing, yeah. I'm on my own, I have nothing, yeah, I'm sleeping under a bridge, you know what I mean?
So Derek, how old are you?
I'm 33,
33.
yeah.
Okay, and how long have you been homeless for?
I've been homeless now for coming up to 5 months.
5 months. Derek, how did it all happen?
I had a job and I lost my job, yeah, because I got injured, yeah. Okay,
Oh, that's horrible.
yeah. So
So when you got injured,
I got injured, yeah. I couldn't walk, so I lost my flat, yeah. I lost my girlfriend and all, yeah, because I went into a state of depression.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm still in that state of depression at the moment.
And don't mind me asking, how did you get injured?
A piece of wood fell down on top of me
While you were at work?
while I was at work. Yeah, but I have a solicitor involved in the case at the moment because they should have been paying me. Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
because I worked for them. Yeah, so as far as I thought was, if you got injured at work, yeah, if you can't walk, they pay it. But they've given me nothing. So my solicitor is my solicitor's actually sued them. So I'm just waiting to hear, yeah, what's gonna happen. But my solicitor reckons that I should get a few thousand from them.
Okay, how
Yeah.
long is that going to take?
Well, at the moment I don't know, yeah, but my solicitor reckons in the next few months, yeah, I should get a proper answer, yeah. But she reckons that they're gonna settle, yeah, and they're gonna give me something. Do you know what I mean?
So you're waiting for that, basically?
Yeah, but if I hadn't injured myself, yeah, I would have still been with my girlfriend. I would have still had my flat. Yeah, like I have a son and all. Yeah,
Oh, you got a kid as well?
I have a kid and
How
all.
old is your
Yeah,
son?
he's 10. Yeah,
When was the last time you saw your son?
I see him about a month ago. Yeah, but my ex-girlfriend said I could see him, yeah, every weekend, but she's with somebody else now, yeah, and that's even harder, yeah. And now, like, from being able to see him once a weekend, I've only seen him once. I'm getting to see him once a month,
Okay.
yeah.
And Derek, you know when you became homeless, like the first day, how was that first day for you?
Oh, so rough, yeah, so rough. I've had people piss on me, I've had people throw piss on me, yeah. I've had people kick me while I'm asleep, yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
I've had my sleeping bag, all my stuff burned, yeah. People, yeah. People that's not homeless. There's some people out there that's not homeless, yeah. And they don't, cause they're not homeless, they don't know what it's like, yeah. And then some nights when they're out drinking with their friends, showing off, yeah, they throw piss over you, yeah, they attack you, yeah, they burn your clothes, yeah.
They think it's funny.
But it's not funny.
It's not.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, because I don't have nothing, yeah. I'm on my own, I have nothing, yeah, I'm sleeping under a bridge, you know what I mean?
And you know, from being homeless for about 5 months, what do you find to be the toughest challenge?
The toughest challenge is getting housed, yeah. But as I said, I see St. Mungo's, yeah, a few days ago. They come, yeah, they're called the SPOT team, yeah. They have to spot you 3 times sleeping on the street. When they spot you 3 times sleeping on the street, yeah, I never knew this till last week.
Okay.
Yeah, so they've spotted me once. They said they're gonna come back in a few days' time, yeah, that was a few days ago. Yeah, they come in the early hours of the morning, yeah, and wake you up just to make sure that you are there.
Yeah.
So the next time will be the second time, and then on the third time they reckon that they can get me a temporary accommodation, because they know that, because there's people out there, yeah, that come out on the streets that have a flat and they say that they're homeless, yeah,
Advantage, yeah.
and they get another flat, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why they're doing
Makes it
this.
harder for
That
genuine people like
makes
you.
it harder for us.
And what's the nicest thing someone has done for you?
The nicest thing someone has done for me, yeah, is when my sleeping bag and all got burnt, yeah. They
You got
bought,
burnt?
yeah, someone burnt my clothes, my sleeping bags and all. Yeah, a woman bought me a pair of these trainers. I have these trainers on. I have these trainers now. I was only on the streets, yeah, a month.
Yeah.
She brought me to JD Sports. She bought me trainers, socks, jocks. Then she got me a new sleeping bag, yeah. And that's the nicest thing that anyone has done for me, yeah.
And, what's the meanest thing someone has done to you?
Throwing pissing all over me, yeah, which is not nice, yeah.
Nice to do that to
That's the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you know, you showed us that your foot is injured, your leg is injured. Did you not go to hospital after that?
Yeah, I did.
That
Yeah,
injury still looks kind of fresh.
I've had that injury was bigger.
Well, it's
Yeah,
bigger than that,
yeah.
so this is healing now.
The reason why I haven't got a bandage on it today, because you have to let it air as
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
Because if I don't let it air, yeah, it starts to stink.
Okay.
And when it stinks like you don't want to know.
And Derek, you know, a couple months ago, it was really, really cold and it was snowing and frozen weather. How did you cope in those hot times?
I wasn't staying under the bridge then. I was staying in, you know, the Travelodge Hotel.
Yeah.
I was staying in the car park there,
Okay.
and they have a big heater. Yeah, so there was about 10 of us staying there at the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And did your family not try and help you when you became homeless?
My family's not in this country. My family's in Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah, I'm from Dublin. I'm originally from
Do
Dublin.
they know you're homeless?
They don't. Yeah, I don't wanna. I'm ashamed. Yeah, but if my family knew that I was homeless, if my mother knew I was homeless, I wouldn't be sitting here now. She'd be dragging me back to Ireland.
Why don't you let her know? Because
Well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, but I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to find out what's happening with this claim.
okay.
If I get that claim, I'm going home. Yeah.
How are the homeless people towards you?
Some homeless people, yeah, are all alright, but there's some homeless people that think that they take advantage of it. Like someone took me cup last week, yeah, with me took me cup off me with all me change in it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And he's homeless as well, and you don't do that. Yeah, come on, you don't.
that's hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
And you know, if you had one wish, Derek, what would your one wish be?
my one wish would be back with my ex-girlfriend and to have my son with me.
Does she know you're homeless?
Yeah, she knows I'm homeless, yeah.
She hasn't done nothing to help you.
No, she's written, that's what, as I said, our new boyfriend, yeah,
Okay.
is, fuck him, he's homeless, yeah, you know what I mean? Since he came into our life, yeah, I was seeing my son once a week. Now I'm not seeing my son till once a month,
Daily once a month.
and it's all down to him.
What's the one lesson that you've learned from being homeless?
The one lesson I've learned of being homeless, yeah, is stay away from people that's on drugs, yeah, because they're the ones that will get you in trouble, yeah, and stay away from people that's drunk as well, you know what I mean?
And if you could go back, what would you change?
If I could go back, yeah, and what I'd change, not getting injured on that site, because that's what's ruined my life. Yeah.
That's a bit crazy because you work for them and their responsibility is to help you if you're injured like that. Instead, they got rid of you, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, they don't care.
What area were you living in?
In Southwark.
Southwark, okay, so local.
Yeah, you know Blackfriars,
Yeah.
down there. You know what I mean?
And my last question to you is, you know, people that are going to be watching this video, what would your final message be to the world? What would you want them to know?
If you end up homeless, yeah, get to the housing people straight away. Yeah. They say they will help you, yeah, but it takes a long time, yeah. I've been out here 4 or 5 months, yeah, and I'm only seeing St. Mungo's in the last couple of weeks, yeah, and they're connected to the housing, so.
And you know, if you could end up back with your partner and have your kid as well with you and have a house, what would that mean for you?
Like,
have your own life.
yeah, it'd be like winning the lotto.
Yeah? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's real happiness for you.
real happiness. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Derek. Yeah,
No,
God bless you.
fella,